Hey guys, what's up? Hope every one of you are doing great. So finally making a video after a few days. I was really busy somewhere else. So yeah, finally back with something interesting. I really wanted to discuss very important brain hacks. Okay, so as you know, I'm a student of psychology, and we have really have to deal with neuroscience and mental health. So I'll be discussing out how these simple brain hacks can help you really learn faster, and every one of us want to learn faster because learning faster definitely helps us in productivity and time saving. So these are actually backed up by some neuroscientists, so it will really help you out. So first and foremost, we talk about attention. Okay, uh, what is actually attention? It's your ability to sustain your focus for a long period of time. At the same time, what I wanted to say, these days because of the smartphone, really the attention span has reduced to like a very minimal extent. So what we need to do, the first thing, if you really want to increase your attention, you need to cut down the use of smartphone. And I've really made multiple videos on how smartphone is really contributing to your poor mental health. That was the first thing. So start reducing the usage of smartphones, especially those social media. Second thing, in order to increase your attention, sleep is said to be very beneficial. Okay, when you sleep, you convert your short-term memory into long-term memory. So when you sleep well, definitely the attention is gonna get impacted, and you will really have a good attention. At the same time, the third thing is exercise. We really know there's lot of thousands benefit associated with exercise, but one of those important benefits is related to brain memory and learning too. So when you work out, or even for half an hour per day, 3 or 4 time per week, it's gonna really be helpful, not just for your body but for your brain, because the neurotransmitter get engaged, the new neurotransmitters are formed, and that really helps in engaging those part of brain that are really related to motivation, attention, learning. So that's really helpful. So you can work on your exercise routine. So that was one aspect of how you could really work on your attention. The second thing, and when you work on your attention, definitely it will lead to a better learning. Second thing is alertness. What alertness is, like being present at the moment. Okay, you are conscious of what's going on. So how do you do that? So there are few breathing exercise that really helps. Okay, you can go on YouTube and search out for a lot of breathing practices that would really help. I'm getting stuck in between, but that's not really a problem. It's just working on your power of expression at the same time, the language too. So I was telling, the breathing is one of the beautiful exercise you can do in order to work on your alertness. At the same time, diet is said to be very beneficial. Okay, when you sustain enough diet and nutritious diet, then definitely it's impact the brain, and that really helps you with your sustained memory, with your sustained learning, and keeps you alert. And one extra point I would like to add is, when you don't actually eat, you really can not sometimes sustain too much of information. But at the same time, it is also said that when you had your lunch, breakfast or dinner and you start studying, that is not really useful. Okay, your brain cannot consume too much of information. So ideal or an ideal diet, I would not say ideal diet, ideal environment need to be created where you have not consumed too much of food, and where you are not malnourished or you have not taken any diet. So you should avoid both of these situations when you are into some kind of learning. So you need to make a proper diet things. Okay, so that was important. So that is one of the important aspect, that food play an important role when it comes to alertness. Water, definitely, when you drink water, and a lot of other stimulants are also there that really works on your alertness. So alertness is actually stimulated by those stimulants. But yeah, I will not really suggest that you should work on and you should take those stimulants. It's better you take water out those. So for alertness, it will be like breathing exercise, it will be like proper food, and the third one is water, and avoiding the stimulants. Okay, like caffeine and other nicotine that people really use. The third thing is spaced and repetition. Spacing and repetition is the third thing that will really help you make a better learning atmosphere, I would say. Okay, when you repeat the thing again and again, and that too at a certain interval, that would really help out. Okay, just like to give you an example, like when you train your muscle day after day after day, you'll not be seeing the immediate result, but yeah, after some time, because you have repeated it multiple times, the muscle have now started to build. Same thing goes for the memory muscle, same thing goes for the learning muscles. Okay, when you keep on repeating the things, repeating the content, repeating the learning skills, then it definitely will build up. At the same time, spacing is very important. Okay, you cannot be reading it on a daily basis and then you'll be automatically losing the interest, but spacing will help you retain it for a longer period of time, and it is scientifically proven. Okay, so that was the third point where you can use repetition and spacing. Okay, and now the fourth thing, and one of the most important thing, breaks are very important. Okay, you cannot be a arduous reader, or you cannot be just giving your brain too much of pressure, too much of stress, too much of knowledge at the same time. Okay, it takes time. So break is a very essential thing. Whether you take a nap, whether you take a walk, break is actually to help your brain retain the information that you have just gathered. Okay, it try to store that thing in the memory, in the hippocampus. So break are said to be very important for our hippocampus too, and at the same time, break will help you get some time, help the information. It's like a brain only. Just imagine the brain as a computer system. When you feed in information, it takes some time to process, so you need to give it break. If you don't give a break and you continuously feed the information, your computer system is bound to get hanged. So take that example. So you need to take a break are very much essential. Okay, the fifth point I would like to mention is making mistakes. Okay, and you would be thinking, what, making mistake? How can making mistake helps in learning? It definitely helps. Making mistakes means you are trying out something new. You are trying out something new. That means you really have challenges out there. Obviously, if you are having challenges, definitely your brain is getting something new. And when brain gets something new information, or brain is like exposed to certain new situation, it react differently. And even if you make mistakes, the brain learns it from mistakes. Okay, we eventually tend to learn from our old mistakes, and we do not repeat the same mistake. So mistakes are bound to happen if you try out new things, and that really helps in learning. Okay, if you never make mistake, you will never know what failure is like, and you will never gonna give your brain a new exposure. So failure is also important when it comes to learning, because when you learn, you are bound to face new challenges, and sometimes things will not go your way, and the brain will actually get that idea that something is wrong and I need to change the way. So that is actually helping brain to adapt to a new situation, and that really helps in learning, brother and sister. So these were few points, okay, that I would really like to mention, and I've mentioned this, and these were actually I've gathered this information from a video, and I think it would be really helpful, not just for me but for you too. So 5 things you need to remember: work on your attention, work on your alertness. Trying making mistakes, not a problem. You learn from mistakes. Okay. What was the fourth point? It was like repeating and spacing. That's a very important thing. Okay, repeating and spacing is one of the important thing, and you don't forget to take breaks. Okay, so that was 5 points. At the same time, you work on your proper food. I've already mentioned. You work on exercise, you work on sleep. These 3 things are essential in every other aspect, and they help you brain retain information, process information, take rest. It's like a computer system. Okay, and you cannot be overloading the computer all the time. You need to give it some break. So that was it, my friends. I hope you get some point, and I would like really be happy if you really put in this point in your daily life, and it would really help you, because it had helped me a lot. So that was it, brother and sister. So that was it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the video. Thank you.